Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti on a very chilly lunchtime at Ballarat. Just had a look at the phone app and it says 9.6 feels like 3, Pete. You're rugged up like a snowman.
A little bit cab for 20 bucks. She's cold, Darren.
Now you've been, the last 2 days you've been out at Thoroughbred trials.
Yep.
Had a heap of trial yesterday and most of them went pretty good.
Had 17 trials, we had 10 there. And
10.
I would say every owner should be happy with what they've seen. A couple improved on their trials, and there was probably 4 or 5 just had maintenance trials or gallops leading into their racing this weekend.
Yep, and then you went out today, where it must have been about -3. Pretty chilly morning, but we had a couple of young 2-year-olds there, trial pretty good. And we've got some vision here to show you of Astrological, the wanted filly. We bought out of Magic Men's last year, and also Conclusive, the chestnut. Both these fillies win their trials. You can have a look at this. We've only had a few runners for the week. It's been a bit of a quiet week for us, but where do we start?
Well, if we only have 3 runners a week, we get 1 winner who's striking well, and that winner was Galileo's Pearl at Maui.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah.
Very much, well, not totally unexpected, but a nice surprise.
And I think a little bit of money was won in quarters, Darren. There's
21s into 10s?
10s in the end.
Yeah, a little bit of money. Michael Walker come back ride and won on it. I must admit, I was watching that race at Caulfield, and you know, the horse jumped out and he was travelling nice, and then he sort of went for him before the bend and got him out 4 wide, and I'm thinking, oh, he's going to tire here. But to his credit, he fought on and won running away, and he's come off a 12-month break with a sesamoid issue, and it's a credit to Bruce Marsh, firstly, who did all the groundwork with him up near Milford, near Ballarat, and also to Mick Kent's operation to get him back and get him fit, because you know, he's pretty disappointing first up, but he really come on. And talking to Mick Kent after Staputo won the big Group 3 there, he was wrapped for Galileo's Pearl. And he just said to me he couldn't believe how good he was working, and he's never been a horse to handle the heavy, but he certainly handled the heavy on Saturday, and he said this prep he's just started to handle the heavy a bit because he's a bit stronger. And he said he just wanted to see it race day or he would have tipped it to us. So thinks he might win a city race over 3,000.
Well, you could tell at his post-race that he was keen that the horse would run well, but like you said, if he wasn't quite ready to tip it, but someone got the mail anyway, Darren.
Michael Kent doing his own pre- and post-race audios.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I nearly fainted. Now we just got to get Weary doing it, and we'll have the whole lot.
We'ry'd have to set aside 3 days with him to do it. But
he'll need 4 phones with all these horses.
I don't think that'll last too long.
No, but anyway, look, it was a great result. Congratulations to all the owners that stuck with him. It's a nice little win, and I don't think it'll be his last win.
I just around that trip, you know, he stays in the 58 and 64 level for a run or 2. He's going to keep winning, I reckon. Well, I hope. Anyway, Clairvaux, you were at Caulfield, as you mentioned. Probably not ridden 100% to instructions, Darren, but been kind.
Don't want to be a broken record about jockeys, but look, that horse has got to be, when he jumps, he's got to be out the back and he's got to be saved, saved for a run home. And Michael D decided that he'd have him midfield, and then he just weakened out of it, didn't he, and just battled to the line. But we're backing him up Saturday at Flemington, Pete.
We'll talk about that a bit later. We had Equiato. We found a firm track for him, but we probably learned a couple of things with him. Just to run the 1300, Darren, everything's got to be, he's just got to relax a little bit better.
I thought his run was outstanding to run 4th, given that he did over race in the early stages and had no cover, and they were going pretty quick up that back hill, and for him to have no cover and race like that, he was told to drop out and run nowhere, but he stuck on for 4th, actually hit the lead at the top of the straight, but I could see that he'd done too much. But I think, maybe back to 11-1200 on top of the ground, and they go a bit quicker, give him a chance to settle, and he's ready to win. He doesn't handle the wet, so it's going to be really, really hard now because it's coming wet now, but I think there's options at Warwick Nabil and also at Mildura. So hopefully we can strike a dry track, get a win on the board, tip him out, bring him back for the summer. That would be ideal.
There are a couple of tracks that gives us half a chance to get a dry track, especially Mildura.
Yeah, exactly.
Righto, so that's our 3 runners, 33% strike rate.
Well, that takes us to 46.
Yeah.
Now,
We're hanging in there.
everyone's trying to will us to 50. Everything's going to have to go right over the next 14 days, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. We've probably got a dozen runners, maybe 15, and
So 12 runners at about 20%.
half of those are probably only first up too. But yeah,
That's 2.4.
can happen, Darren.
We need more than 2.4.
Yeah.
We need 4. So
4.
we would need to have an outstanding run. But I think there's enough horses there, but things will just have to fall our way.
Yeah, exactly. You can have them ready, you're ready to go. You need the luck on the day. So
That's it. So let's have a look at what we've got coming up.
Righto. Well, one that may help us, if we could find the right rocket cob, is him himself at sale 1400. The track's good there at the moment. I don't know where this weather's going. That's the only concern for me.
Well, he's hopeless on the wet.
Yeah.
Hayes thinks he can win on the good. So we really do need to see him winning tomorrow.
Group 1 bed Malum.
Malum on. He's a tough, strong rider.
Got good. Gate 3.
Gate 3.
Yeah.
So he's got to be an each way chance, providing it's a good track.
Yeah. No, agree. That night, which I found out is about 8 p.m. our time tomorrow night, which is a good time, is Seismos at Vichy in France. I forgot the jockey's name. 2,800 metre climber, similar to what he's been running in.
This is actually going to be his final run for ATB. After this race, he'll either be sold or retired, depending on where he finishes. If he's not claimed, we'll sell him privately. If he can't do that, then we'll just retire him to a good home. But this will be his final start for ATB. So he's an each way chance, isn't he, in that sort of race?
Well, he's, weighted as second top weight, so he's weighted on, obviously he's had some terrific form compared to these, but yeah, let's hope we can get a win out of the boy.
Yep.
My shiny choice, second up, Geelong, 1,300 metres on Friday. Ryan Maloney, benchmark 58, gate 9.
Well, we were very pleased with his run last time, weren't we?
Another one of our rehabs.
Just ran out of condition, so he's come on from that and his work's been good. Yeah. I think Robbie's pretty happy with him. This run will probably bring him to his top.
Yeah.
He's not fully wound up, but one would think the fact that he goes on the track, he goes on that going, he's got to be a top 3 chance. And if he can improve the way Galileo's Pearl improved from his first up run, he's got to be some sort of hope.
The fact that Robbie toyed with the 11 and the 13 probably just tells you that he'll derive heaps from this one.
He's a big horse too, so he carries a bit of weight.
But he's another with an each way chance for sure. Saturday we'll go into. We mentioned Clairvaux. He goes to Flemington. 2,000, a track that he has acted on and raced on well before.
Yeah, well, this is his distance. This is his track. He's 4th up. Won't worry him if there's a bit of give in the ground.
Yep. Jockey change.
Who's on?
Ben Thompson claims 1.5.
Ben Thompson, he's a very good rider. I've been very impressed with Ben.
Pretty
Thompson.
happy with you too. Kick-started his career or something. He said, did he to you?
Oh, he did pull me aside at Sandown. Yeah, once he won on Falago, he started getting a lot of more city rides. So anyway, it's good to have him on. I was very impressed with the young kid. He certainly does his form. Yep. He's very pleasant, very courteous, and he can ride.
He's a little Craig Williams in the making.
You reckon?
He's very particular with his form and very articulate and well-spoken. And
we're very lucky in Victoria, though, to have so many good young riders.
It's a great program now, the apprentices
Ben
program
Allen.
too. Yeah. Ben Thompson,
and Brandon Stockdale. I think he's emerging.
Yeah.
And of course, Bo Merton's trying to win the premiership.
We've had Jordan Charles and that other older group that have coming through and outridden their claims as well. So
we're in a good shape here, and it's a credit to the whole industry the way they go on those boys and girls.
And girls, a lot of the girls will. Joshy Julius, who's our pre-trainer, Mel had her first Saturday winner the other day.
Was that for the family?
Excellent.
So I've got to give Clairvaux some sort of top 4 chance. He's going to be 25 to 1, but I think he's going to be over the odds.
Yeah.
And I think if the real Clairvaux turns up now, he's hard and fit, he can run top 4 there at Flemington.
Just love horses that actually race well at certain tracks, and Flemington
at this time of year.
Yeah, big track, bit like Falago, so he's got to be a good each way chance. It's a decent little race, but
it's a good race.
Yeah. Stringer Bell heads over the border to Morphettville. He was one that ran around the trials yesterday, and it was only, for a better term, maintenance gallop. Barrier 1, John Allen, 12.50.
He's probably just going, this horse, isn't he?
He needs, the run here was good, but he needs to come off that run again.
He's got to improve.
Yeah, I spoke to a couple of owners and I said, it's a bit the horse. He won his races so quick, and he's got to this
level.
Now he needs to take the next step. Having trouble doing it, but
Yeah, just searching for the right race. It looks a good race for him. It's on that Morpheville Parks track, which can be a little bit leader dominated, but they've had a bucket load of rain over there, so I don't know what that track's going to end up looking like. But
from gate 1 with the blinkers, you just hope he's got to be there somewhere on the speed.
Top 4.
Yeah.
Our record in Adelaide is woeful.
At least we've got our own jockey.
Woeful, our record in Adelaide. I don't know if we've had a winner in Adelaide this year, have we?
Just trying to think back when. Platelet might have been it, was it?
In this season, I reckon we'd be 0 for 12. You might want to have a look at that and flash it up, but I know we've taken a lot of horses to Adelaide and we've come out with that tail between our legs.
Broadway first.
Broadway
the only one.
Be the only one, yeah.
One from probably a dozen,
You put those stats up. I reckon we've had our bottom kick there.
Yep.
Anyway, let's hope he can do something, and I want to see him out over further myself, but
I know at the trials,
he probably needs this run.
Weary was looking for the 13 and 14 after this to get into, so
that'll keep the young.
It's in the plan.
We all know he needs further.
Yep. Wodonga, we may have 3 up there. We'll definitely have 2. It's a long way from home.
Is that Saturday?
It's the other side of Albury.
Jeez.
Jack Hill's going to be our rider for Ready Cash.
Trial good?
Trial really nice. I thought.
Ready to win, you said?
Well,
you said ready to win, Pete.
Just the way she trialled before she raced was okay. Then she raced and she's come on from that run. I was Benny Allen rode her at the trial, so
each way, yep.
Obviously those fields, as we speak, aren't out, so we'll know more with gates and all that tomorrow. And Saar Plain will be in another maiden up there. He's first up after obviously his first run at Terang wasn't real good. He's been gelded out. I thought his trial was an improvement too, Darren.
I'm sure he'll need the run, but
he will.
We'll tick him off.
Yeah.
He's a staying type, so
just
get him underway.
Like Weary said with these staying types, you just got to get them to the race.
They need 3, right? They need 3 starts before they're ready to win.
Yep. And Propensity is the other one. Now, Josh has got her nominated at 2 or 3 venues. He thinks Wodonga because of the class, and he's toying going to the mile instead of the shorter trip. Get her there, have a look at her at the mile. If she needs another one, well, at least she's had that mile. So he
needs a run.
He's a bit.
He's going to need us run wherever it goes. She won't be ready till next start.
He did say he thought she'd be a couple of links more advanced than what she has been in a run. So he said, "I'll get her to the mile, have a look at her, and then work from there." So
she'll need the run.
Yep.
That's the short version of what.
Trying to round about it. The long way.
Then what?
Sunday, I don't think we're out anything. It's Bendigo, although the likes of Silver Stratum have been nominating. If the rain comes through, there could be a chance he gets accepted before the Warrnambool run we've earmarked.
Okay.
Because just for the fact he's a wet tracker.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
So he could go to Bendigo or probably go to Warrnambool.
Yeah. So that's probably the only one there. Monday, we've got Revolutionary kicking off Swan Hill. There's a 1,200 metre maiden. Similarly to Saar Plain.
Bit of a naughty boy, this horse.
He's a bit...
New approach out of his presidential, being gelded, but he's a naughty boy.
Yeah.
Just throws his head around, doesn't focus.
The owners would have seen the trial. Although the trial was good, he probably...
He's like you on a Saturday night after 4 whiskies.
No, Jesus.
Throwing your head around.
My head's like that.
Not concentrating.
But anyway, we kick him off, and Weary reckons that...
He trialled all right the other day, didn't he?
He should have finished closer. He just... Probably a little bit his own antics, but he ran into bums in the end.
I think he's going to need to learn how to race.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a lot between the ears, and he just might take a few runs to work it all out.
Swanell's probably not a bad track to kick.
450 metres straight.
Yep. Jay Allen on.
Triple way. That'll help.
Weary always mentions that, doesn't he? That brings him on or help.
Yeah, they've got to stand the truck for 6 hours.
Yep. Sit up there while the others race and then come home. So that's there. Tuesday's Pakenham Synthetic. I'm pretty sure we've got nothing there, but Wednesday could be an interesting day next week. I know it's a little bit into the next week's segment, but Perugia and Hylargo.
Perugia, Craig Williams on both.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to get Craig Williams at this time of year. He's only taken rides he thinks can win because he's trying to beat Bo Mertens. So I think when you see Williams saying, yes, I'll ride your horse, straight away I think you've got to think you're a top 4 show.
When we rang yesterday, I said, well, we've got to get him because he's, riding to win the premiership. They're all having a go, but he's having 110% go. And rang him, Largo straight away, yes. He said, I would have been his manager. Give us 5 minutes, I'll get back to you with Perugia. Within 4.5 minutes, he'd ring back, I'll take the ride. So, they quickly assess that the horses are winning shows.
I think when Craig Williams says yes, you're top 4.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just need a bit of luck from the gate and in running. So We go there with 2 live chances.
Excellent chances.
Perugia, 2-year-old, has had a heap of runs.
Yep.
Dominant last start. Had a little freshen up to keep him up. This is a lovely race for him. He'd be certainly going to the paddock after this, unless he won by 6. Then he might go on for the spring, I don't know. But look, he's a lovely horse.
Trialled nicely.
Trialled good. He looks a ball of muscle, doesn't he? And
does.
he's hard and fit. So looking forward to seeing him Wednesday. And also High Largo, just trying to win a city race with this mare. She's stakes placed by High Chaparral. She's booked into American Pharaoh for the spring, but we need to get a city race because it'll enhance the value of all her stock.
Yep.
So that's a lovely race. We've been patient and waited for this race, and it really does give her a good chance.
Yeah, and she galloped well during the week. And she'll have another hit out on Saturday, I think, where he was saying, for those ones that go on Wednesday. So
Sure.
we'll have.
So looking forward to Wednesday at
chances.
Sandown.
Yeah.
And that might just take us up into the high 40s, Pete.
Get within that
Striking
within
distance.
range,
Striking distance. But we probably just need a nice surprise again somewhere, don't we?
Yeah. Well, a Galileo's Pearl
Just
or a
something jump out
size
of the
loss.
ground.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's our runners, and there's some nice horses there. There's not a lot of horses racing there, but there's quite a few. I've got some photos here to show you of a horse we raced a few years ago called Dorsivist. It was with the Hayes team, won a couple, chipped his knee for the second time, and we retired him. I kept him at home for about 6 months just to get him sound and happy, and we sent him down to a young girl down at near Lara there, and she sent me in these couple of nice photos of him learning about his new career, so you might just want to have a look at these. And it's just nice to be able to rehome these horses, Pete, and it's really nice to see him doing a bit of work and not just standing in a paddock in the rain with no mates. So that was you this morning at Burrumbee.
Yeah, no mates, and wet.
but yeah, it's good to see.
We've had some, Lucky on Barefoot was rehomed, and
we just retired a Basso in Perth last week.
Yep.
And I suppose we should mention the Darwin Carnival, Pete. It's in full swing. We've had a bit of luck up there over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've...
even though they're not really, strictly speaking, ATB horses, they don't come on our register, but we do have an interest in Royal Request with Neil Dyer, and he won the Chief Minister's Cup last week.
Big win.
That was a big win, and a couple of the owners, Phil Britton and John Marnie, were up there, and
front and square on the day as they were.
They rang me 4 times Saturday night. And on Sunday, they swear they never rang me.
Never rang you. Unbelievable.
Haven't spoken to you. And when they checked their phones, they said they pocket dialed me. Had no recollection of Saturday night, either of them.
Talking through their pockets in another way.
They had a big night. And the other horse we've got up there is a horse called Arctic Song. It won a lead-up race the other day. And it's running actually today, Peter, in the Toyota Cup. It's favourite.
Yep.
And if it won today, I'd say we'd have a couple of chances for the Darwin Cup. And it's good for those Darwin-based owners and the people that are interested in Darwin, so it's a bit of fun for them.
Don't mention Darwin, I'm just thinking of the 30 degrees.
Well, I'd love to go up there, but our first mare's due to foal on the 5th of August, and they're already starting to bag up a bit, so I'm going nowhere. But the only thing about going to Darwin is you do get up there and thaw out and you have a great time, but once you get back to Tullamarine and get off the plane, you're like a prawn out of the ocean, you just snap frozen.
And you're about 2's on to get a cold.
Oh, you get crook, no doubt. So. Yeah, anyway, we haven't got there, but I'm sure our representatives are doing us proud.
Come July 31st, we might have to use one of those winners to bring us to 50.
I understand they all went out. On a fishing trip yesterday.
Oh, right,
caught nothing. And I did see yesterday on Twitter a photo of Mark Riley and Nashville Willer with one of the biggest barramundi I've ever seen. So obviously they are much better fishermen than N. Dyer, P. Britton, O'Calley, and all the boys.
They realise you've got to put bait on the hooks and throw them in the water.
Mate, I think they would have been just sitting there with their head back.
I've been fishing with Phil at one of these Darwin
I think they would have been drinking a fair bit. But good luck to them.
9 o'clock we went out, and all of a sudden all I could hear was, and I thought, geez, that's a funny bait opener. Anyway, it's all good fun if you can get up to Darwin.
All right, well that's about all we've got for this week in a pretty cold Victoria. I think we've still got 6 weeks of winter to go, Pete.
I think it feels like 1 now, Darren.
Oh my God. Anyway, won't be long and we'll be filing down. We'll be very busy. So look, until next week, I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti. Good luck with your horses and have a great week.